Caitanya, Adi Leela, chapter 7, text 157. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vikshakari Mahaprabhu Aila Vasakara Hena Chitra Leela Kare Gauranga Sundara. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After taking lunch, among the Mayavadi sannyasis, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gaura Sundar, returned to his residence. Thus, the Lord performs his wonderful pastimes. So yesterday we heard that he had lunch with the sannyasis and now he's gone back. Chandrasekhar Tapan Mishra Ara Sanatan. Shuni Dekhi Anandita Sabakara Mani. Hearing the arguments of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and seeing his victory, Chandrasekhar, Tapan Mishra, and Sanatan Goswami were all extremely pleased. Here is an example of how a sannyasi should preach. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Varanasi, he went there alone, not with a big party. Locally, however, he made friendships with Chandrasekhar and Tapan Mishra, and Sanatan Goswami also came to see him. Therefore, although he did not have many friends there, due to his psalm preaching and his victory in arguing with the local sannyasis on the Vedanta philosophy, he became greatly famous in that part of the country, as explained in the next verse. So Prabhupada is pointing out that the sannyasi should be fearless. That is one of the qualifications or quality that is needed in a sannyasi, that he's fearless to go anywhere and everywhere for preaching Krishna consciousness. Like how Srila Prabhupada did. He went to America at the age of 69. He went all alone. He didn't know anyone in America. He just had a letter of some acquaintance, his son was there, so he had no personal relationships, but he went to fulfill the order of his Guru Maharaj. Prabhu ke dekhi te ai se sakala sannyasi, Prabhura prashamshad, kare sabha Varanasi. Many Mayavadi sannyasis of Varanasi came to see the Lord after this incident, and the entire city praised him. So everyone became a devotee of Krishna by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. At that time, by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, Varanasi Puri Aila Shri Krishna Chaitanya Puri Saha Sarvaloka Haila Mahadhan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the city of Varanasi and all of its people were very thankful. Laksha Laksha Loka Aise Prabhu ke dekhite Mahavida Haila Dware Nare Pravashite. The crowd at the door of his residence was so great that it numbered hundreds of thousands. Prabhu Yabe Yana Vishveshwara Darshane Laksha Laksha Loka Ase Nilese Sthan. When the Lord went to visit the temple of Vishveshwar, hundreds of thousands of people assembled to see him. So, great personality. People like to go see great personalities. Now, who can be greater than God himself? Lord Chaitanya, he's God himself, he's Krishna himself. And so, hundreds and thousands of people would come to meet him. The important point in this verse is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regularly visited the temple of Vishveshwara, Lord Shiva, at Varanasi. Vaishnavas generally do not visit a demigod's temple, but here we see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regularly visited the temple of Vishveshwar, who was the predominating deity of Varanasi. So then how can we, because we always say, oh, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, don't worship demigods, worship me. And here Lord Chaitanya himself, he's Krishna himself. 5,000 years ago, he said, don't worship demigods. Now he's going to Lord Shiva's temple. What's happening? I'm confused. Let's read on. Generally, Mayavadi sannyasis and worshippers of Lord Shiva live in Varanasi. But how is it that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who took the part of a Vaishnava sannyasi, also visited the Vishveshwar temple? The answer is that a Vaishnava does not behave impudently toward the demigods. A Vaishnava gives proper respect to all, although he never accepts a demigod to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, a Vaishnava, he knows, he understands that only Krishna is God, only Lord Vishnu is God, and the demigods are devotees of God. So he goes to not worship the demigods, but to offer his respect to the demigods. The demigods are very great, respectable personalities. They are highly qualified. And what to speak of Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of Krishna. Lord Shiva, he is one of the Mahajans. So he is worthy of our highest respect, you know. And so Lord Chaitanya, when he's visiting Lord Shiva, he's visiting his dear devotee. And Lord Shiva, he's always there as the Dhampal in all the Dhams. We see in Vrindavan, there is Lord Shiva as Gopeshwara. And then even in Jagannath Puri, Lord Shiva is there as the Dhampal. Even in Mayapur, Navadvip, Lord Shiva is there. In Shimantadvip, he's there in Shimantadvip. So, Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of Krishna. He's always there at protecting the Dham, to keep the atheists out, not to trouble Krishna in his beautiful, loving pastimes. Did anyone want to comment or add anything? Otherwise, we'll stop here for today for Caitaniya Caritamta. Let me see how, this is quite a long verse. No? Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Caitaniya Caritamta ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare